sit back,
relax,
and enjoy Bradley Middle School's production of
Mary Poppins Jr. Before that, a mother, a daughter, a son. The threads of their lives all rounded undone. Something is needed to twist them as tight as a string you might use when you're flying a kite. Chim chimney, chim chim, jury chim chum.
Who gets up with the children with no nanny in the house? Me, that's who.
I've said my say, Miss Brill. I'm done with this house.
Well, do a bit in then, and mind you don't stumble on your way out.
Where is she going? What on earth am I going to say to Mr. Briggs?
What is all this commotion? Precision and order, that's all that I ask. The running of a household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants are all your domain, whilst I remain the sovereign of Cherry Tree Lane. Coat! Winifred, you have engaged 6 nannies in the last 4 months, and they've all been unqualified disasters. A nanny should govern, a nanny should rule. A nanny is a paragon who suffers no fool. A nanny's a stalwart, our children would gain by having such a nanny in Cherry Tree Lane. Briefcase. Umbrella.
Won't you find someone like your old nanny?
Few women alive can manage Miss Andrews' standards of efficiency. Besides, we can never afford someone of her caliber. Now, place an advertisement in the Times stating that Jane and Michael Banks require the best possible nanny at the lowest possible wage.
Father, we've written our own advertisement.
What on earth?
Please, George, I think we should hear it.
If you want this choice position, have a cheery disposition, rosy cheeks, no warts.
That's the part I put in.
Play games of sorts. You must be kind, you must be witty, very sweet and very pretty.
Well, of all the ridiculous...
George, please.
Take us on outings, give us treats, sing songs really sweet. We won't hide your spectacles where you can't see. Put toads in your bed or pepper in your tea. Hurry, Nanny, many thanks. Sincerely, Jane and Michael Banks.
That is quite enough Tommy rot for one day. Now, will you please go to the nursery and let me get to work?
They were only trying to help.
It won't help anyone to make me late. Precision and order, that's all that I ask. The running of a household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants, are all your domain. Whilst I remain the sovereign, you remain the sovereign. A
Plays games, all sorts, which I most certainly can. Takes and outings, give us treats.
Michael, it's our advertisement.
Rosy cheeks and fairly pretty. There's no objection on that score, I hope.
None at all.
I'm glad to hear it.
But, take it up with Mrs. Banks. She manages all of that side of things. Nothing domestic has anything to do with me. Oh! Do not forget the references.
I make a rule never to give references.
Oh, I see.
I'll see the children now, thank you.
Of course, you'll find they're very nice children. Now, this is...
Mary Poppins. Jane, don't stand. And close your mouth, Michael. We are not a codfish. Best foot forward. Spin spot.
Mrs. Brill, we have a new nanny.
She passed it to me then.
Or I did.
A very tidy nursery, I must say. Tidier than I was expecting. Who's responsible for that?
This is me. I like to keep things neat.
Do you indeed? Well, I look forward to making use of that. If there's one thing I appreciate, it's a child whose word I can depend on. Now, first things first. I always say the proper place to hang a hat is on a hat stand.
There's nothing in it. We better keep an eye on this one. She's tricky. Mary Poppins, how could you know what we wanted in a nanny when we made our list?
Your list? I'm not an item in the weekly shop, thank you very much.
How did you come then? It's as if the wind just blew you here.
It did. Now, stand over there. Just as I thought, a noisy, mischievous, troublesome little boy.
You're making that up. A noisy, mischievous...
Now you. Thoughtless, short-tempered and untidy.
I don't believe you. Let me see. What about your measurement, Mary Poppins?
I'm practically perfect in every way.
Practically perfect.
So people say. Each virtue virtually knows no bound. Each trait is great and patently sound. I'm practically perfect from head to toe. If I had a fault, it would never dare to show. I'm so practically perfect in every way. Now perhaps you have a few questions.
Not temperamental,
No.
not grouchy or gruff.
The very thought.
Will you stay tender when the going gets tough?
Quite the contrary.
Do you read stories without a big fuss? Or have objections to playing with us?
Some minor improvements may not go amiss, but at all times you must remember this. I like games, but I choose them.
That's not fair!
I didn't say I was fair. I said I was practically perfect, and here's my aim. By the time I leave here, you both will be the same. You'll be practically perfect.
Practically perfect. We will be practically perfect in every way.
Best foot forward, spin spot.
Chim chimney, chim chim cheroo. I does what I likes, and I likes what I do. Today I'm a squibber, and as you can see, Thomas Grievous, an artist of highest degree, and it's all me own work from me own memory. Wait, stop, stay right where you are. I know that silhouette anywhere. Mary Poppins!
It's nice to see you, Bert.
Well, I must say you do look swell.
He can't know you. You've only just arrived.
I wasn't born 1 minute before I walked into your house, Michael Banks. Have you met these two, Bert?
I've seen them out, chasing the kite.
It isn't a real kite.
So, what are you up to?
Mary Poppins says it's a game. It's called A Walk in the Park. Some game. I'd rather eat spinach.
Come along, Bert.
But you can't come with us. You're too dirty. And we don't want to go to the stinky park anyway.
Oh, yes you do. Because when you're with Mary Poppins, suddenly you're in places you never dreamed of. All that it takes is a spark. Then something plain as a park becomes a wonderland. All you have to do is look anew, then you'll understand why it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes her heart so light.
Oh, really?
When the day is grey and ordinary, Mary makes the sun shine bright.
You do talk nonsense about it.
Oh, happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the
I haven't
door.
the faintest idea what...
When Mary holds around, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band.
You've enough brass for all of us.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Come on, you two.
Boring, just like other nannies thinking. Parks are good for us. It's just statues, steps and grannies. I don't understand all the fuss. Is she doing it despite us? We could lose it for long. Perhaps it's all a plot. I'll tell you what, she seems so different, but I bet she's not. There is nothing to excite us in the park. What was that?
You're quite wrong, you know. When you take a walk with Mary, anything can happen.
What? Who are you?
Well, I'm BMS, and I've waited half a century to take a walk on a sunny day like this.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes her heart so light. When the day is grey and ordinary, Mary makes the sun shine bright. Oh, happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the door. When Mary holds her hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that you love. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
Jane, did that really happen? Yes, but how?
Mary Poppins, of course.
Yes, but how did you make it happen?
Anything can happen if you let it.
Mary Poppins, how long will you stay?
We'll see.
You won't leave us, will you, Mary Poppins?
I'll stay until the wind changes. Now, run along in.
say goodnight.
Tell them that you've given me the message.
George, please.
Oh, Daddy, we've had such a fantastic day. We sang with the busker, danced with the statue. You wouldn't have approved, but...
If you knew that, then why did you do it?
Daddy, can I have a kite? A proper one?
Could you fly it?
You could always teach me.
But I haven't time to do that. Now, would you both please let me get on? Good night.
Poor Michael. All he cares about is flying kites.
I used to love flying kites at his age, but my nanny, Miss Andrew, soon frightened it out of me.
It is still out of the question to do without a nanny.
Do not be absurd. All of the best people have nannies, so the wives can do their charity work and entertain. Which reminds me, how is your tea party coming along?
I'm not sure. It seems so odd to send out invitations to people I hardly know.
But the people that you should know. Remember, by your friends shall ye be judged.
But that's the point. They're not my friends.
Winifred, dearest, I'm only thinking of you. Are you going to speak to Mary Poppins about this afternoon?
I don't think so.
Very well. But just make sure that she is doing things our way and not hers.
Winds do change, tides can turn, sink or swim, see what you learn. Me, I was told when I was small, just learn a trade, so I learned them all. Chinchirani, chin-chin-chiree.
Mrs. Brill, what about the cake?
It's just out of the oven and 2 pots of the ice. We'll touch for that matter.
Are you quite sure you know how to ice it?
Quite sure. And in case you're worried, I have not been exchanged by the fairies for a total nincompoop.
I'll just go up and check the drawing room.
I'd like to be helpful.
And I'd like to be rich, but destiny thought otherwise.
Everyone's in the drawing. She said we can tell Roberts and I what to do.
Does she indeed?
Please, Mrs. Brill, I don't mind. Honest.
All right, I will give you one task. But one task only. Put the icing tools next to the cake. Do you think you can manage that?
Is that all?
For you, yes. For me, no. I swear, a slave in ancient Rome was on a pleasure cruise compared to my life in this house.
Michael, why don't we make the icing? Because we don't know how? Don't be so feeble. Get the eggs and the flour. The eggs and icing? They're on mine. Roberts and I, bring me the cake.
Get ready now.
What have you done? Roberts and I should we call a doctor?
I don't think that would be necessary, ma'am.
Children, you understand how important my party is? You deserve some very nasty medicine. Just wait till bedtime.
Oh, I don't think we should wait till then, ma'am. Why not go up and get changed? We'll clear up, won't we?
But I'm not ill. I won't take it, and you can't make it.
In that, as in so many things, your information is faulty. Open.
But it's strawberry ice.
Now you.
I'm not sure I like strawberry ice.
I'm not sure I care. Open.
But I'm cordial.
Now, off we go, you two. Michael, I know you like to keep things neat. Jane.
I told you she was tricky. Must we? Can't Roberts and I do it when he wakes up? He is a servant.
With that attitude, you'll go through a lot of stuff before you're very old. Besides, in every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun and snap. The job's a game, and every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake. A spring, it's very clear to see that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in a most delightful way. Am I point exactly? The honeybees that fetch the nectar from the flowers to the comb never tire of buzzing to and fro, because they take a little nip from every flower.
Their apologies, ma'am. From your guests. They're not coming. None of them.
Do you think we chose the wrong date?
No, ma'am. I think you asked the wrong people.
In the most delightful way.
Where are we going today? I thought we could play our next game. What game? A visit to the bank. That's not a game. Did Daddy agree?
If he did, you must have put into his head somehow.
What's an impertinent thing to say? Me putting ideas into other people's heads. Really?
Good morning. Bex, a word. I see our Von Hustler's coming in today. Have you made a decision? I believe so, sir. Good, good. Make sure it's the right one.
Thanks. What objections can you have? My security is far more adequate than Latin America is in the expanding market. Have you no clue?
But, Mr. Von Hustler, what I haven't been able to grasp is what exactly is your final product?
What do you think? Money, of course.
Yes, money, but I wonder, making money out of money, is that enough?
You man enough to be a banker?
There's a town of good people whose future depends on you.
I know that.
Give us this chance. The factory could be running in weeks and expanding before the year's out. Please, Mr. Banks, I give everything I've got.
I believe you, Mr. Northbrook, and I've tried to find a way. But how can I be sure that the money would be safe?
What about my workforce? They'll make it safe. My men have dreams to earn an honest living. Wife and kids, a home to call their own. If you'd invest in us today, it'd pave the way. I promise we'd repay the loan.
I am sorry, Mr. Northbrook, but I must...
Hello, Daddy.
What on earth are you doing here? Can't you see that I'm busy?
No, we're done. And no man should be too busy for his own children. What are you here for, young man? Are you here for some money as well?
Hardly. What would they need money for?
It's never to learn its value.
I know the value of this. 6 pence.
No, that's its worth. Its value, so you spend it. Do good, and may you have good luck.
And what do you say to Mr. Northbrook?
Thank you.
I'll wait outside.
When I was a little boy, I would have never dared to interrupt my father.
Were you ever a little boy?
Of course, and my nanny, Miss Andrew, kept me out of my father's way.
What about your mother?
I suppose I shouldn't say I saw either of them more than once a week.
Then who kissed you goodnight? Miss Andrew?
Certainly not. There was no time for hugs and kisses and all that soppy nonsense.
Poor Daddy.
When you invest the bank's money, what are you looking for, Daddy? A good man or a good idea?
I suppose it's a good idea, but a good man is much rarer and much more valuable.
Come along, children.
Mr. Von Hustler, I've considered your arguments, but I'm afraid that my answer is no.
So you don't recognize a good idea?
Perhaps not, but I recognize a good man when I see one.
You will regret this, Banks.
A man with dreams that life hasn't broken. A man with hopes, ambitions to fulfill. A man you're certain at first glance deserves a chance. Now, Mr. Northbrook, when exactly could the new factory open?
Thank you! You won't regret this!
that horrible old woman.
Don't point. And for your information, she's not in the least horrible.
But she's just a bundle of rags.
When will you learn to look past what you see?
And each day to the steps of St. Paul's, the little Lord Bird woman comes in her own special way to the people she calls. Come buy my bags full of cars. Come feed the little bird, show her you care. And you'll be glad if you do.
Care to join us?
Talking shop? Who's Miss Corey?
Who's Mrs. Corey? Mrs. Corey is older than anybody in the world. She talked to William before he went conquering, to Vlad before he went impaling, and to Alexander before he went so great.
That's impossible!
Anything can happen if you let it.
Well, if it isn't Mary Poppins with Jane and Michael Banks.
She knows us?
And how is poor little Georgie?
Who?
Georgie Banks, your father. He used to give his nanny the slip and come into my shop in secret. I remember Georgie used to love my gingerbread stars. Now, Mary Poppins, what can I do for you?
Well, I did want to answer conversations.
I'm out of conversations, and I'm right out of words, too. I do have some letters.
Now let's see what words we can make.
Rotoplex.
Lavatufris.
Those words don't count. You made them up.
And where do you think words came from in the first place? Somebody had to make them up.
You know, you can always use the same letter more than once. Now let's see. Super, cali, fragilistic, expialidocious.
That's not a word.
Of course it's a word. And unless I'm very much mistaken, I think it's a rather useful one. When trying to express oneself, it's frankly quite absurd to leaf through lengthy lexicons to find the perfect word. A little spontaneity keeps conversation key. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Diddle-diddle, diddle-I, diddle-diddle, diddle-I, diddle-diddle, diddle-I.
Once the mage men were chatting, simply grunting was the voice.
Although if they had this word, they might have
you've got a lot to say.
Pick out those 18 consonants and 16 vowels as well, and put them in an order which is very hard to spell.
S-U-P-E-R C-A-L-I-F R-A-G-I-L I-S-T-I-C-E-X-P-I-A-L-I-D O-C-I-O-U-S
Sporty pants.
S-U-P-E-R C-A-L-I-F R-A-G-I-L I-S-T-I-C-E-X-P-I-A-L-I-D O-C-I-O-U-S S-U-P-E-R C-A-L-I-F R-A-G-I-L I-S-T-I-C-E-X-P-I-A-L-I-D O-C-I-O-U-S.
Here we go.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always have a precocious. Supercalifragilistic.
Supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
George, why on earth are you home so early? Is everything all right?
No, everything's all wrong. After I refused to loan the bank's money to some German chap, he went after our chief rivals. They gave him the money, and now it looks set to be a gold mine.
Well, they can't expect you to get it right every time.
That is exactly what they expect.
The supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you sing it loud enough,
That is more than loud enough. Now go to your room. Mary Poppins, you are going to teach these children manners. And just look at them.
George, you're tired. Mary Poppins, perhaps you could keep the children occupied in the nursery tonight.
that's not fair. Daddy loses his temper and was shut up in the nursery. Daddy's mean and rotten, and I hate him.
Jane, you take that back this instant. I will not have you criticize your father. Take the children upstairs. Please, Mary Poppins. George, if you have troubles, I'd like to share them.
Don't worry, you will. I've been suspended without salary until they decide what to do with me.
And ups and downs. One moment smiles, the next moment frowns. But bad-tempered faces had better change quick, 'cause if the wind changes, the face might just stick. Chim chimney, chim chim, chiree chim charoo.
Why does Daddy get so cross?
Fathers are supposed to look after the children, not yell at them all the time.
Maybe. But have you asked yourself who looks after the fathers when things go wrong?
The mothers, I suppose.
Not the children.
Wouldn't that be rather upside down?
Sometimes families are upside down. For a while, anyway.
I don't want to be an upside down family. I wish I could just run away.
Why don't you?
Because you'd miss me.
No, I wouldn't.
That's all, you two. Now into bed.
Mary Poppins, I wish you'd just leave us alone.
You should be careful of the things you wish for.
Don't you ever stop?
You should govern your temper, or your temper will govern you.
I am sick and tired of your stupid games and your stupid sayings.
Just get into bed.
Well, I want sleep, and you can't make me.
In that case, so many things
Your information
is faulty.
Playing the game, having a ball. Those who won't play shan't play at all. Will we meet again? Maybe when they've learned to play the
Up where the smoke is all billowed and curled, painting stars is a chimney sweep's world, where there's hardly no day, no hardly no night. There's things up in shadow and halfway in light. On the rooftops of London. What a sight.
Joining the sweeps tonight, are we?
Best view in the world, eh? Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree. A sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheroo.
Good luck will roll off when he shakes hands with you.
Or blow me a kiss,
But
and that's lucky too. Oh, you're going then?
the wind has changed.
But the good kids, Mary.
Would I be bothering with them if they weren't? But I can't help them if they won't let me.
So?
So they've got to do this next bit on their own. Cheerio, Bert. Keep an eye on them for me.
Where's Mary Poppins?
She's gone.
Gone?
Miss Brill, what does our for me?
Why?
Because that's what she's written in the note. Dear Jane and Michael, keep playing games. Au revoir, Mary Poppins.
Well, it's French. It means till we meet again. Now come inside before you catch your death.
Nowhere is there a more happier crew than them what sings chim chim cheree chim cheroo. Chim chimney, chim chim cheree chim cheroo.
There will now be a 10-minute intermission.
Is it nursery time?
As tidy as I can make it, Mom. Seeing as though for the past 6 weeks I've had all the work to do, looking after the children ever since she left. Now I've got all the work to do, getting the house ready to welcome her back.
If you knew how hard it was to track her down.
Really, Ma'am, fancy that.
Miss Brill, it is her, isn't it?
But I don't know who else.
The note says till we meet again.
George, dear, you're going to be surprised.
Winifred, you know very well that I hate surprises.
Oh, George, I do believe you're going to be proud of me. Hurry up, everybody. I want you to find everything. Spit, spot, spit, and spit.
And spend our system excitement is how to
Good morning.
The Holy Terror!
Miss Andrew, it's so lovely to meet you at last. I do hope you had a good journey.
It was thoroughly unpleasant. Where did George go?
I'm afraid he had an urgent appointment.
It's not much of a house, is it?
We like it.
Then it doesn't take a lot to keep you happy. Look at the dust. There. In there. Filth!
Now, just a minute.
Ah. You must be the children. Pity. I don't suppose you know who I am.
Yes, we do. You're the Holy Terror.
Impudent! Why aren't you wearing stockings?
I don't like them.
Tut! What manners! I can see there was not a minute to lose. These children have been spoiled. I've arrived here just in time. By chance I brought the punishment that best befits the crime. Brimstone and treacle and carbolic soap, these are the tools of my trade. spoonfuls of sugar, you don't have a hope of seeing that changes or make. Open.
Does it taste as bad as it smells?
Worse. Open. Your son will go to boarding school at once. And as for the girl, I shall take charge of her myself. I won't stand for whining or whinging or whimpering, crying or lying or sobbing or simpering. I hear it clear that in these two such bad habits lurk. First rat into throttle, then uncork the bottle. Brimstone and treacle. Show me to my group.
I'm disappointed. Truly am. I thought it was going to be...
Huh? With the umbrella? What are we going to do? The only thing we can do. Run away.
What's the matter? Who's after you?
The nastiest nanny in the world.
Is she really as bad as that?
She looks like something that would eat its young. Miss Andrew is Daddy's nanny, which explains a lot. Poor Daddy. Ever since he stopped working, he just sits and mopes. Mary Poppins used to say he needed our help, but now it's too late.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I'll tell you what. Why don't we start things off with a bit of a shake for good luck?
Why would shaking hands with you bring us luck?
Didn't anybody ever tell you? It's lucky to shake a chimney sweep's hand.
Michael, look, it's a real one. What's the matter? You've always wanted to fly a proper kite. I've always wanted to fly one with Daddy.
Of course you have, but you need to know how it's done. Get some training in, make up the proudest former or blooming empire. With tuppence for paper and string, you can have your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird in flight. With your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite. Really, team?
I can't. It's stuck. I'll help.
You can do it for one more time.
Don't squeeze another sardine in a tin. And what are your coats?
We didn't have time to put them on because we've run away.
Have you indeed?
It's been so awful since they've been gone, and now Miss Andrew's back and Daddy's ruined, and we never helped him like he wanted us to.
Oh my, eye, but your life's a tragedy. Now let's get home. If don't dawdle.
But she's there. She came this morning as a surprise for Daddy.
Did she? Well, maybe I'll be a surprise for her. Hello, Bert.
Hello, Mary. Not so for sore eyes.
You really are. Welcome back, Mary Poppins.
Come along, children.
Aren't you going to shake hands with Bert for good luck?
Oh, I don't need any luck, thank you.
stupid boy. You stay there and clean the grate again. So, you've decided to come crawling back, have you? Who are you?
I'm Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, but you left without notice.
And I've come back without notice.
I see. And what do you expect me to do? Pack, you insolent young person! How dare you speak to me this way? Brimstone and treacle, my favorite liquor, that will make runaways stop. Impudent children respond so much quicker when forced to drink every last drop. I brought up their father, that I don't doubt. You must be so proud of the way he turned out. A shining example, a pillar, a post. They all have their problems, but him more than most. I recognize fully that you are a bully who views cruel deeds as a pun. Well, now here's a catch because you get mad. Brimstone and treacle for you.
Full of sugar.
Brimstone and treacle for you.
Full of sugar.
Brimstone and treacle.
There, that's given her a taste of her own medicine.
Michael, Jane, you're very naughty to go off running like that. And I should be angry as anything if I weren't so pleased to see you. Where'd Miss Andrews go?
She's gone.
Gone? Why?
She didn't give a reason, ma'am.
Oh, George!
Where is she?
Miss Andrew? George, she left. Mary Poppins is back.
Is she? Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word. Things have not gone well for us since you left us, and...
About my wages, sir. I won't take any just now. I should prefer to let them accrue.
But if you already knew how many payments are accruing as is...
Now I must get started. Jane, Michael, spit spot.
Come along, darling. After so many years of good service, you made one wrong decision. What's the worst that could happen?
Winifred, if I'm to be dismissed from the bank, we will be destitute.
We'll still have what really matters. The children and each other.
Is that locket new? What's inside it?
A portrait.
Whose?
You'll know when the time comes and not before.
You are going to stay this time, aren't you?
I'll stay until the chain breaks.
What chain? Where?
Let's wait and see.
Uncanny nannies are hard to find.
Unique yet meek, unspeakably kind.
You're practically perfect.
And yet I'm sure there's still for improvement. A few gives more.
Hello there. Bert, what are you doing up there?
And what else should a chimney sweep be?
The world is awfully big, isn't it?
And what does that tell you?
That we're awfully small and unimportant.
Oh, speak for yourself.
Not us so much, but our troubles. Back down in the nursery, they seem so big, but up here...
That's more like it. Troubles are never so bad when you look at them from a little higher up.
Brush away the dirt and soot.
Brush away the
Cobwebs that don't slack away.
Hang around for years.
We may look smart and tall and broad. When you need a helping hand, we try to step in. Just in time. Over the rooftop, stepping time. Over the rooftop, stepping time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. time. He needs a stepping time. He needs a stepping time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. He needs a stepping time.
Childhood is a stepping time, heritage the same.
Never miss a chance to get it right. Woo! Don't you see my perfect crime? Don't you see my shame? When the steps are going as smoothly as they might. That's what we stepping time. That's what we stepping time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. That's what we stepping time. Meet your elbow stepping time. Meet your elbow stepping time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Meet your elbow stepping time. Kick your knees up stepping time. Kick your knees up stepping time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Kick your knees up stepping time. Oh, stepping time. Stepping time. Stepping time. Stepping time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. If you kick your knees up, kick your knees up, kick your knees up, kick your knees up, step. Never need a reason, you step in time. Back to the nursery, step in time. Back to the nursery, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Back to the nursery, step in time.
What's this? What's this
Special
all
delivery
this?
for George Bates Esquire.
Special delivery?
Special delivery, step in time. Special delivery, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Special delivery, step in time. Time to go. Good night, Governor.
Good night, Governor. Cheerio, Governor.
Not so fast. To the nursery. Now, Jane, you two, Mary Poppins, would you please be good enough to explain?
First of all, I would like to make one thing very clear.
Yes?
I never explain anything. Come along, children.
It's happened. The chairman wants to see me at the close of business tonight.
Tonight?
We might as well face it. In a few hours, I will have joined the ranks of the unemployed.
Are you quite sure?
Quite sure. So we'd better make some plans. Well, I never. So that's where I put them.
What are they?
Gingerbread stars I once hid from my nanny. I dreamed that when I grew up I'd know everything there was to know about the stars. Funny, I haven't thought about all that in years. I'm not usually sentimental.
It's good to look back sometimes.
It's that Poppins woman. She's responsible for all of this.
I know her. What's that thing she's always saying? A spoonful of sugar, that is all it takes. It changes bread and water into tea and cakes. A spoonful of sugar goes a long, long way. So have yourself an healthy oven every day. Well, good luck, Governor.
Thank you, Bert, and good luck to you too.
Daddy, do you remember when we came to the bank?
Yes?
Well, we were each given a sixpence and told to spend them carefully.
Excellent advice. What did you buy with them?
Nothing yet, and we've decided to give them to you.
I suppose Mary Poppins put you up to this.
She hasn't said a word about it. We thought a little bit of extra cash might loosen things up a little. Good night, Daddy. We do love you now. Mummy, Daddy's really worried, isn't he?
Yes, he is. But always remember that he loves you very much, and that is far more important than any jobs or houses or anything else.
Are you going to the bank with him?
I'd like to go, but I'm afraid it isn't possible.
Mary Poppins says anything is possible.
Do you really believe that, Mary Poppins?
Anything can happen if you let it. Sometimes things are difficult, but you can let it. Doesn't have to be so.
Changes can be made. You can move a mountain if you use a larger spade.
as a great favor if you would kindly feed them for me.
And I'll tell you why. I refused Mr. Von Hustler because his scheme was hollow. He told me about his profits and assets and growth, but there was not a single word about people. I apologize for ruining the bank, but I do not apologize for understanding that there are more important things in life than making money.
My dear chap, Von Hustler's scheme has ruined our rivals at the nastiest scandal since records began. We do not want your apologies. We're offering ours.
Oh my word!
Another thing, do you remember giving a loan to a fellow called Northbrook?
Yes.
Well, he's repaying it, and he's opening 2 new factories. With the percentage you negotiated, we look set to make a fortune.
Oh my word!
Well, that's just it. We very much hope you tell us how you've done. Just give us the word. It'll be safe with us.
Give you the word? Give you the word? I'll give you the word, all right. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious! Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious!
It's all because of his nanny, Miss Andrew.
The Holy Terror! She taught me everything I know!
And now's your chance to forget it.
Darling, it's all right. I've made the bank a fortune.
Really?
As a way of recompense, I'd like to offer you a position of senior manager at a salary of double.
Exactly how much has he made for you?
Triple. Quadruple your present rate.
Close your mouth, George. You're not a codfish.
Well,
I accept. But first, you must understand one thing. From now on, my family comes first.
agreed?
Agreed.
Winifred, I'm afraid that I've underestimated you.
Oh, George. Anything can happen, it's official. You can choose the super or the superficial. Sally for the way we're steering. Obstacles start disappearing. Go on, chase your dreams, you won't regret it. Anything can happen if you let it.
I love you, Mary Poppins.
You are a fine boy, Michael Banks. And one day you will be a fine man.
Oh, Mary Poppins, it makes me so anxious when you talk like that.
Like what?
All gentle and kind and not a bit like yourself. Be cross, Mary Poppins. Do be cross again.
Is that the thanks I get for the trouble I've taken?
That's better.
Now, into bed with the both of you.
Isn't it?
Yes, Bert.
Well, goodbye then, Mary.
Goodbye, Bert. Look after yourself. In every job when it's complete, there is a sense of bittersweet. That moment when you know the task is done. Though in your heart you like to stay to help things on their way, you've always known they must do it alone. There, practically perfect. And I hope it remains so.
Look, it's Mary Poppins' locket. Oh, changed very good. Remember? I was still into the chain breaks. What's inside? It's a portrait of the 3 of us. She signed it from Mary Poppins with a great deal of love.
Where's Mary Poppins?
She's gone.
Gone? How peculiar.
She'll be back. Now what do you think of this?
It's the best I've ever seen!
Could we fly it together?
Oh, Daddy! Mary we don't need her. Not anymore. And other families will, won't they, Daddy?
Yes, they will.
George, I wonder if she's right, and we really could do without a nanny.
What I think is that you'd better dance with me.
George, this is serious.
Look! A shooting star! We should wish on it!
Oh, I think we can do better than that. If you reach for the stars, all you'll get are the stars. But we found a whole new spin.
If you reach for the heavens, you get the stars thrown in. Anything can happen if you let it. Life is out there waiting, so go and get it. Grab it by the collar, seize it by the scruff. Once you started living life, you just can't get enough. Anything can happen, it's official. You can choose the sumo or the superficial. Sally forth the way with spirit. Obstacles start disappearing.